Okay, and so of that $1 million or nearly $1 million you spent, most was 80% was Facebook.
And on a day like that, even higher.
Yeah, okay.
It's probably 90 on that, but YouTube did well, TikTok did well, but it's such a small percentage of spend.
Yeah. What do you use to pay for Facebook ads?
We do Amex. Yeah.
What? So how many times are you paying that Amex down? Because or is your credit limit $1 million?
It is, but I was still freaking out. I sent, Slacks, and I didn't hear back in Slack to our controller. So I sent like a all caps email, like, we got to pay this off. Cause like if you hit your limit and your
ads stop.
You're fucked. So like we were trying to be as on top of it as I could. And I would give the forecast, but we were spending so much above what our forecasts were. I thought we would spend $350 on Black Friday or something like that. And that still would have been high. So we were pretty much paying it down every day. But we want the points and the cash back. It adds up over time. And fortunately, we're in a pretty good cash flow position. So we don't necessarily need float or anything like that.
Yeah. Just so I'm sure you know this, but on Facebook, you can have you have a default payment method, and then there's a backup payment method. Mm-hmm. So when your default one fails, it goes to your backup so that the ads don't turn off.
We do have a backup. We still have had it in the past.
With issues.
A different card with issues.
Yeah.
I guess I would love to talk about like the stuff that went wrong, like definitely what we could improve, but like there's also always things that go wrong and kind of casualties of a successful weekend even.
Yeah. There's no, you're fighting a war and, there's always going to be, issues that go along with that.
So last year when we sold out, we oversold, because there's always some syncing issues and delays. We oversold Flush. So one of the shades. So what we did is we had our 3PL, fulfill full size for anybody that got a partial. And kind of, we gave them the option to either cancel their order, refund that piece, or get the full size. Most people kept the full size because they appreciate it. We asked them this year via email to remove that script that they wrote, but they didn't. So all of the people that ordered the mini for that shade that got fulfilled got a full size. So obviously we had to deal with that. And because we sold so much more, I think it was like 50,000 orders that had that. We were able to stop. I think only 20,000 of them fulfilled before we found it. We're going to make the 3PL pay for that because that was their mistake. And we've got it in writing that, that we asked them to change it. But obviously that is an inconvenience. Our CX team, they have to do a lot of work. Fortunately, we're offering to let people keep the full size and ship them the partial size. We actually have the inventory this year. But it's, that's annoying, and thank God they're willing to cover because that could be very costly. We had to sever our tie to NetSuite and the syncing thing and do a lot of it manually because there was just so much going. And then we don't have a data warehouse yet. Again, it was also our biggest CXQ of the year. I think we have 2,500 tickets still, but we had 5,000 at the time.
Yeah.
So not prepared for that. And then, we don't have a warehouse. So we use something called Funnel, which is almost like a Supermetrics alternative to kind of pipe in, data from ad platforms and Shopify into Google Sheets. And it stopped working. I don't know if it'll even get to working again. So we've been putting everything in manually. So there's just always this annoying stuff that goes wrong.
Was that script that the 3PL was using to upgrade from mini to full size operating all year from last year to this year, or was it just Black Friday?
It was operating, but we only sell it twice a year.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So it's just Memorial Day.
Yeah.